Cloud's creation proudly presents.
The two villagers stood at the edge of a roaring river, watching the water churn violently against jagged rocks. The path ahead was severed. "The bridge is gone," the first villager said, his voice barely audible over the crashing waves as he pointed to the splintered wood floating downstream. They scanned the bank, their boots crunching on wet gravel while sharp reeds sliced at their trousers. The weight of the obstacle hung heavy in the damp air as they searched for any hope of crossing the muddy edge. Hope appeared in the form of a thick, fallen oak trunk wedged firmly between two massive boulders. It was a bridge provided by nature, though a dangerous one. The second villager stepped forward and kicked the wood with his heavy boot. It held firm against the rushing water, unyielding to the pressure. They looked at each other, knowing this was their only choice. With arms outstretched for balance and hearts hammering against their ribs, they slowly stepped onto the moss-covered bark of the trunk. Midway across the abyss, the wood groaned under their weight. Suddenly, a dry branch snapped with a crack like a pistol shot, sending a terrifying shudder through the log. They froze, gripping each other's hands until their knuckles turned white. Their breaths were shallow and steady as they fought the urge to panic. Just then, a sudden gust of wind slammed into them, tilting the trunk dangerously toward the rapids below. "Hold on!" they cried out, dropping to a low crouch and pressing their shoulders together to lower their center of gravity. Time seemed to stop as the wood swayed, the spray of the river stinging their eyes until the log finally settled. Inch by inch, they shuffled forward until their feet finally touched the solid mud of the far bank. They pulled each other up the steep, slick slope and collapsed onto the grass in exhaustion. Looking back at the turbulent water, they wiped the sweat from their faces, stood up, and continued their trek into the unknown.
If you like what you see, you want to be part of the crew. Don't miss out, it's just one click. Hit that button, join the ride. Subscribe.